Scorpio, welcome back to Rogue Mystic Divination, and this is your weekly for the week of November 16th through the 22nd. Here we go. For the general reading, we've got general energy this week. We've got the Ten of Cups, but it is in reverse, and we all know how much you love reversals, but a promise deck is not all reversals. But with the what I term the unhappy family card, you could also be dealing with a Pisces and someone breaking the illusion, breaking the idea of how you thought things were supposed to go, and has you realizing where your values are and where they may not be aligning with the people that you are dealing with. If you have been dealing with struggling relationships, it may not be that you're able to acknowledge. It may be that you're not able to acknowledge that somebody's not agreeing with you. Their actions don't meet up with what their words are saying, or you're not understanding where it is that they're coming from. So please keep that in mind. We are transitioning from Scorpio season to Sagittarius season this week. So keep that in mind. You may go from feeling things deeply this week to moving things forward like wildfire. So you may not care how you feel on Sunday, and you may just be focused on wanting to get things done and wanting to move through the process. For your love energy this week, this is all kinds of love. So friends, family, long-term relationships, romantic relationships, the whole thing, the whole shebang. And with the King of Pentacles, you could find that you may have even been hoarding onto some of these relationships. Maybe you have too many exes in your life. Have you held on to a bunch of relationships that don't necessarily serve you in the long run? Are you finding difficulty in starting a new relationship because you keep all these old relationships going in one way or another? Are there a lot of lovers that became friends that you still kind of cross boundaries with? It doesn't have to be physical boundaries, but like emotional, conversational boundaries where maybe you shouldn't be talking about that with a friend. Maybe you shouldn't be telling them some of your deepest, darkest secrets or complaining about a current relationship whenever you're talking to an ex and they bring up like, well, I never would have done that to you, or we never had that problem. And you may find that you are wealthy right now because of the amount of relationships that you're involved in, but you could also be spreading yourself too thin. The King of Pentacles, upright or in reverse, he could be a hoarder. And the kings always deal with what is there already. They're not trying to nurture anything forward. They're trying to keep things as they are, and just because you're happy with how things are doesn't mean everybody is. Somebody else, because there is Leo energy with this, somebody else could be dealing with just keeping the facade up, keeping up the idea of how things are or how they will be, and not really following through. And it really does feel like it's somebody that you're dealing with more, Scorpio, not so much you, that somebody could just be trying to keep you on the back burner, keep you as a backup, rather than really giving into a relationship. If they're doing the bare minimum just to kind of keep you there and keep you guessing, that's something you need to acknowledge just as much as they do. You may even find that you are willing to maintain the status quo that you've arrived at, but as much as you may be willing to deal with this as is, are you going to be happy with it for the long term? And we have cat attack on the prowl. For your money energy this week, what is going on with your money? Somebody else got this in the upright, and I can't tell you who, and no. Okay, sorry, Scorpio. You could have some interruptions this week, too. that you're just willing to deal with as they come in. But anyway, you could feel exhausted from dealing with things one at a time. Because it seems like once you get done dealing with it, you have to come back and deal with it again. It's like it's impossible to balance things out for some reason. Balancing the book, balance the responsibility, and it may be time for you to do a deep dive into why it is you have to keep redoing things. What is the cause of this, and what keeps burning you out? Why is everything at a standstill, but it seems like you're never done doing things? And the underlying issue for you this week, Scorpio, is the Seven of Swords in reverse. Because coming back to that King of Pentacles energy, they're happy with the way things are, and it's likely because of that. They may have been doing a few things behind the scenes that you have been unaware of, and with the general energy of the Ten of Pentacles or the Ten of Cups in reverse, you could find that you're not happy with how things are. And it may make you a bit confrontational. Again, with that energy of Scorpio going into Sagittarius, are you going to force somebody to come clean? Are you going to actualize that or realize that you're not happy with how things are and you want them to change? And this person doesn't want them to change. They're happy with how things are. They're secure the way that things are, and they feel like they're benefiting off of it. They are prospering from this in some way, whether it's the emotional energy of others or the financial energy of others, and they're sitting pretty. I don't think this is you at all, Scorpio. I think this is somebody that you're dealing with, and yeah, you may be confronting them on how it is that they got to be so complacent. So, for your Midnight Oracle deck card, we've got a, you know what, we had something jump out of the deck, and I'm going to throw that up there too real quick. Yeah, the Moon. Unsurprisingly, the Moon. Illusions are being released, and you may be releasing the fear of being alone or being without somebody because the connection doesn't serve you anymore. And I don't think you're willing to repress your emotions or look the other way while somebody gets what they want and you don't get what you want, Scorpio. But for your Midnight Oracle card, we've got the Abyssal Dream. And it is card number 32, so you could be 32 or be dealing with somebody born on March 2nd. Be born on the 5th. And what am I looking for? I just totally lost track of everything that I was doing. What the hell? And that's why we have a series of readings called What the Hell, which is coming out on Sunday, and I am going to be right there. Okay. So for card 32, what questions do you need to ask yourself this week to unblock yourself from making progress? What kind of progress do you need to be making, and how can you help help yourself get to where it is that you want to be? Questions you need to ask yourself are you diving deep into your inner world, or are you avoiding the surface reality? What truths lie hidden within your dreams? Are your dreams trying to tell you something about the relationships that you're involved in and how it is that they're not serving you? But thank you very much, guys, and I will see you for What the Hell, and it's episode 11, so be on the lookout for that, and those are general, so I will see you guys later.